Hi, my name is Ivey Gage, and I'm applying as a Reconnect Hungary candidate for 2018. So, I'm going to start off with a little bit about my Hungarian background, specifically, the side of my family that comes from in my heritage. So, for me, it was my dad's side of the family, my paternal side, and my grandfather actually is the one that I really just connect to as he's the Hungarian one of my family. He was actually born in America along with his mother, but she was my great great grandmother, excuse me, she was born in a small town in Budapest, along with my great great grandfather, a small village whose name we don't even know, near Budapest as well. So that side of my family is where my Hungarian comes from, and it's just something we've been really proud of, but also we haven't really discussed a lot growing up. I'm also Italian on my mother's side, and that is a culture that is just very prevalent and loud and out there. So that's kind of always taken over dominance in my life. But at this point in my youth and career and everything, I really want to take this time that I still have before I go into the adult world, as they call it, and discover more about my background and that side of my family that I haven't always been so close to. And maybe this could really help in that vision that I have of where I'd like to be with them in the future. The first time I actually realized I was Hungarian was fifth grade. We did, your typical elementary school project on your background and your family tree. So, of course, everyone's finding out things about themselves at that time. And like I said, my other half is Italian, so that is something that is pretty common, pretty well known. And then I discover at that age too that half of me is Hungarian, and this is something I really hadn't heard about before. And I'm pretty sure I was also the only one in this class of like 25 fifth graders. So everyone's like, that's so cool. I took a little time to learn more about it, and still just since then haven't really dug more into it. What I've discovered up to this point in my life so far about being Hungarian in North America is that, anytime someone asks me about my background, it's pretty clear to them right off the bat from my olive complexion, tan skin, brown features that I'm Italian, and people can usually guess that. And as soon as they want to know what else I'm mixed with, I'm Hungarian. People usually tend to give me a look like they aren't very familiar with it at all, and they have some questions. They don't really know where it is, and people can't even point it out on a map or know what the flag looks like or know what language they speak there. So it's always been interesting to me to see how quickly people recognize half of me but have almost not even heard about the other half of me. And it's something I definitely want to discover more and be able to answer questions I have about the culture and the history and, Hungarian, what it's like to be Hungarian. So, and it is something I'm still just very proud of within me, because that's something you can't get rid of. Not that I would ever want to get rid of it. It will be with me for the rest of my life and through my family and with my children as well. And unfortunately, at this point in my life, I haven't been able to be very involved with a Hungarian community. I did just relocate to Orlando temporarily, so I'm still finding my footing just as an American in the American community here and finding friends my own age, let alone diving into such a specific group of people and discovering where I can be a part of this community. But luckily, through University of Florida, there is the Hungarian Club, so that's something I definitely have always, been interested in, and never just taken the leap to go and try it out and meet people through that. So now I really just want to take this time and absolutely do that, make friends who I can connect to, who have gone through the same things that I have with being Hungarian in North America. So, and I am going to be a recent alumni in the future too, and I think it'd be really great if I could come back with my visits to the University of Florida or through my time at grad school, if that is where I end up going, and being able to financially support a group of people who are just like myself right now, looking for guidance, looking for things to do. And I think it's also a great way that I'd be able to promote this amazing opportunity for us as a group of people, and really tell my story of how hopefully if I do get selected for this, it'll go for me, and share that connection with people. I also think a great way I could personally promote this program is through the use of social media. I am, sadly one of those millennials very addicted to my phone and constantly on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you name it, I have it. But those are platforms for people my age where they can see the world and see what opportunities are out there. And if I am selected, through all the pictures and the videos I'll be able to take in Hungary with people my age, with the travel guides and everything, I think I can really just show people, take the leap, do something scary, and fly across the world and meet your heritage. And I can post all about that and really be able to promote the program in such a positive and, luckily also financially free way to do so. I just want to talk about for a minute, why I think I'm a good candidate for this program. Obviously, you have to make decisions here and who gets to go and who doesn't. And for me, I just saw this opportunity and, you know, I was a little late in the game. I was worried I had missed it, but luckily I'm still in the perfect time frame for this year. And for me personally, it would just be an amazing opportunity to connect with my father. Um, as I mentioned, sorry, he is the one, he's my Hungarian side, my father, but unfortunately, he did pass away 3 years ago. So that's been really hard, especially at such a pivotal point in my life. College, he hasn't been there for it. I'm going to graduate soon and he won't be able to see that when I get married and when I have kids. Luckily, his parents, my grandparents, are still with us and they agree that this would be just an amazing way to be able to connect with him and in a metaphysical sort of way, have these memories of my culture, my history that came directly from him and he gave to me. And I'd also be an amazing thing to share with my grandparents who are luckily still with us and they've actually had the opportunity to go and visit Hungary and they say it's unlike anything else. They've traveled the world, and they think this would be a great opportunity for me to get to know a little bit more of myself and my father in a way that unfortunately we didn't get to when he was still with us. So I think just going into this time of my life, it would be something I can't even put into words of how thankful I'd be for this opportunity. So if I am selected, and if you're watching this and considering me, I just want to go ahead and say thank you so much for taking your time to watch this. And whatever comes of this, I know it'll be with good reason. So thank you so much.